Today we got Free Will by Sam Harris. It's quite a controversial topic. Do we have free will or not? I don't know. That's a big question, and one I think that you guys all should contemplate. I'm going to try to go through it as best as I can. It's quite the philosophical topic. The link to this book will be in the description below. Sam Harris does explain it a little bit better than I do, but we'll see. I'm going to give it a stab. Let's go. His big thing with free will is that there's always a regression to an unknown reason for action. Okay, so you can decide to do what to do, but you cannot decide what you will decide to do. So whenever you do things, yes, you can control what you want to do, but you can't, there's always a step further, a regression where you can't decide. So maybe one day, there's a bunch of cookies in your pantry. One day you eat the cookie, one day you don't. So what determines on which day you ate the cookie and which day you didn't? So his big argument is there's always a regression. So on your decision tree, there's always a regression that is unknown, which I think is a very interesting topic to contemplate. And another big thing is that we don't have control over our thoughts or our actions. They're all biological reasons that we don't have any control over. And this was huge. So different studies on the brain see our brains moving neurons, like they fire up to 300 to 700 milliseconds before we decide to move. So that's kind of freaky. So it's kind of saying something in our brain is telling us to do before we do it. That's crazy if you ask me. And take this a little further. So you can choose beer over wine, right? But you're not actually choosing it, your taste buds are. Okay, so then you say, okay, well, but I can also just choose wine in spite of my beer preference. But then your reason for choosing wine over beer is just as obscure. The root of this intention is just as obscure as the preference itself. Why do you like beer over wine? I don't know, so there's always a regression back to we don't have the decision. That we make the decisions, but we can't control where it stems from. And many people believe that free will is a necessary illusion. So, without it, we will fail to live fulfilling lives. It will send us into the existential void of, I don't make my decisions anyway, so what's the point kind of thing. But look at it a different way. Seeing that criminals didn't choose their upbringing and they didn't make the bad choice, it opens us up to be more compassionate, empathetic, and it diminishes our sense of entitlement to good luck. So looking at free will in the sense of, you can look at people who made bad choices and say that wasn't really them. It was their upbringing. It was things they couldn't control. So, and religion believes in free will because of the choice to commit a sin. It's, you're bad because you did this. You made that choice. But when in reality, it's your past circumstances, things that you had absolutely no control over, that are the reason you act the way you do. So again, regression back to an unknown decision. And let's look at this example. So if an elephant trampled your family, you wouldn't blame it for sin. If a person with a prefrontal tumor killed your family, you wouldn't blame him for a sin. But if a regular person killed your family, you'd blame him for a sin, when in fact they all didn't make the choice. Their upbringing, their past, made the choice for them. So I don't know, just a lot of things to contemplate. Very, very philosophical. And thank you guys for staying with me. If you guys like this video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, keep coming back for more knowledge. I post 3 books a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 150 books per year. That's blowing your brain amount of knowledge. Keep learning, keep growing.
So lifelong learning and reading books is just one part of Sticky Habits University and Discipline 101. Imagine kicking all your bad habits to the curb, and imagine how successful you'd feel after implementing 10 new healthy habits. After enrolling in Discipline 101, my new course, that's how you'll feel every single day. Because it's simple. It all boils down to constantly reinventing yourself through self-discipline and healthy habits, because that maximizes your freedom and it maximizes your fulfillment. Living like this changed my life. Go check it out.